Hi everyone, RigiBlend here and welcome to this brand new RigiBlend tutorial. And well, if you haven't already noticed, in this video we're going to be creating the Earth and the Moon using Blender. And at the end of this video, I'll be leaving you guys a tip on how to bloom out the Earth and the Moon and some of the stars. And well, if you're new, consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell, like this video if you want to get notified anytime I produce another awesome video. And well, I'll really like to see some of the animations, renders like the one I showed you guys earlier that you get from this video. And well, you can catch me on Facebook, on Twitter. All the links will be in the description down below. And we'll get started after the intro. Okay guys, open up Blender. Blender is now open. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, check if you got that edit preferences add-on called images as plain. Very useful in this tutorial. Okay. And let's check also for the node wrangler. Again, go ahead and save the preferences and exit out that. Now let's add an image as a plane. Okay, go for the Earth diffuse. Of course, that's what we're going for. Rotate on the Y 90 in the X in the edit mode. I loop up just there. Just okay. Now I can see my what I'm doing over in the down there. Okay, just add a subdivision surface. Add a subdivision surface modifier. Change the viewport to 6. Put it simple and well, simple deform. Let's add a simple deform 180. Change it to bend. Okay, add another simple deform. Change it to bend 360. And now it look like a donut. No, like a burrito. Like shawarma. Whatever. Shade smooth. Let's apply. Before we do that, let's just go to the materials and uncheck show back face because I'm showing the back face. Okay, let's go ahead and apply all our modifiers. Apply. Okay. Shade smooth. Like L. In the edit mode. Let's clean up this stuff. Merge by distance. As you can see, we just lost some vertices over there. Vertices. Okay, now let's scale this up a notch. Jump into the rendered view and let's get rid of all that shit, that jittering. Change it to cycles. Change it to cycles. Okay. Change it to cycles. Okay, let's move down our lamp. Rotate it to fit where it's meant to fit. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just rotating it. Of course, rotating it to fit. Okay. I made the strength, just change it to 8 and the angle to 0. Okay. So you can have like a fiddle effect. Now let's tear open our viewport. Tear it open, change it to the shader editor. Close down that panel by clicking N and take that out. Disconnect that from. Okay guys, so duplicate that. Let's begin to open up our textures. This will be for the illumination, and this will be for the glossiness. Okay, let's add in a color ramp for the glossiness. Plug that into there and plug that into the roughness input. Okay. Oops. Okay, now. Plug the illumination into the emission. Doesn't actually matter if you use the non-color data for the emission, for the illumination actually. Doesn't actually matter. Okay, let's add normal map to the. But you have to change the glossiness to non-color data. Let's just those values down a little bit to give it a little bit glossiness and also a little bit roughness. Not that much actually. Just experiment with this for some time. Okay, now we're seeing the effect. It doesn't have to be that much, it's just a little bit fiddle. Fiddle effect I have to put there. Change this to Eevee. It doesn't actually it doesn't give much effect. What about I'm about to add like a shader to RGB node. It doesn't give much effect to the cycles, but it gives effect to Eevee. That's why you can render this in Eevee or cycles. But if you want to render it with this Eevee, you have to put the bloom. Yeah. So let's add the diffuse shader, shaders RGB, and the color ramp. Connect that to there and the color to the factor value. Ctrl+Shift+Click, and you can see let's just flip this, and now we have some. Just gonna drag this in, so to differentiate from the sunny parts and all the dark parts. Okay, now we need 3 mixed RGBs. This one there, adding a layer weight node. Layer weight. Place it there. Okay, now we can see Ctrl+Shift+Click to see what we're gonna be looking at in the layer weight. Shift-click the layer weight. Okay, let's change the value to something like 0.15 or 0.16 can actually work. Connect it to the top value. Make the bottom value black. Make it to multiply. Multiply, okay. Just gonna Shift D, duplicate that, place it down in between emission. Take the color ramp, plug it into the bottom value of the emission. Zoom in. Yeah, take the color ramp output and plug it into the bottom value of the input. Bottom input actually. Okay, duplicate it once more. As I said, 3, and just Ctrl Z that. Yeah, Ctrl Z. Okay, let's go back. Plug that into the factor. Let's make it add. And make it something blue. Blue in color for the atmosphere. Yeah, blue in color for the atmosphere. Now let's connect it back to where it's meant to be. Change it to cycles, and we have some atmosphere. Atmosphere. You can give the atmosphere any color you want, but this Earth, this planet, Earth has a blue atmosphere, so that's what we're gonna be using. Okay. Cycles, you're not gonna be using blue. Okay, now let's duplicate the Earth. Scale it a little bit, not that much. We're gonna be using this for the clouds. Now let's remove this entire texture, add a new one, and we'll make it an image texture. Let's open up our image. Oh yeah, open up, and let's go to skip all my materials in the same place. Okay, clouds. Take that from the base color. Oops. Yeah, take it from the base color and plug it into the alpha value. The alpha value, yeah, but it's too large. Let's scale down to just like to be almost the same side, to be almost the same size as the Earth. Okay, looks pretty cool. Bring it down a little bit so it cannot be chopped up between. Like, now we can scale the both of them up. So anyhow you want it, scale it up. Okay, you see the clouds everywhere at this point. So the sun is hitting that part, and well, it's also not hitting the back of the Earth. It's gonna add an environment texture. This came with the pack. Link will be in the description down below. Stars, yeah. But actually, I'm not gonna be using this. This is gonna be using this as the like background. This will not be like the direct stars because we're gonna be using a trick for that. Okay. Now let's add in a UV sphere. You're wondering, where should we use the UV sphere? But no. And just jump into the solid mode. Scale down to about quarter or 1/3 if you can get there of the Earth. Okay. It's about quarter or 1/3 of the Earth. Okay. Scale down. Looks pretty cool to me. Just want to place it in the middle of. Scale down, yeah, a little bit. And let's move it at the back. G under Y. And now it's looking too blocky, so just add a like subdivision surface modifier. Subdivision. Okay, bump the viewport to anything you want. Just leave it at 4 and apply. I think I'll go ahead and shade smooth. Okay, add a new material, and this is node wrangler. Yeah, you need to get that enabled to do this. Control Shift T to bring up this principled BSDF setup. And I'm just gonna open up my moon. Link will be in the description down below. Moon texture, moon. Okay, the both of them, just like the normal and the diffuse. Plug them into. Easy, simple, and well, not that hard. So now I think we should just place our camera. We'll go to view, lock camera to view. Okay. Lock camera to view. Place it where you want to. Place it where you want it to be in a cinematic and dramatic way. It's like look at the moon and Earth. It looks so cinematic. Well, you can also like be looking at the Earth in the distance and you see the moon. Well, that's also good, but I just like placing it like this. We'll jump right into the render mode. Okay, now we need to summon lights on our moon. As our moon is totally dark. Snap the cursor to selected. That's the moon was selected, so snap the cursor to selected. Okay. I'll change our light to a spotlight. I told you guys I'm not gonna be using like spotlight for this. Not a sunlight. Okay, rotate it to where you want it to be. Let's bump that value just a little bit to like 900. But there's a problem here because the sun, our sun, is also touching our moon, so we don't want that. Let's go ahead and click the sphere. As you can see, it's over there, so it's pretty. Okay, rotate it like that. Bring it on the Y back a little bit, and well, and Ctrl Z that, Ctrl Z. Okay. Also want to rotate the moon. Rotate the moon towards that part, but I don't want to move it from its axis, like its revolving around the earth at that point, so I don't want to remove it from that. It's like rotation, that stuff. So I'm just gonna like set the rotation to 3D cursor, that stuff, as you can see. First, I'll snap the cursor to selected. That will be the earth. When you select the earth, because the earth, we added it at the origin point. Okay, now snap, make it well, the 3D cursor. Now I'm trying to rotate my camera to where it's meant to be, and watch the magic. Rotate on the Z, as you can see. Nope, 270. Voila, it's appeared over there on its axis. No hard thing. Okay, now I just wanted to, like, you see the earth, then you see the moon over there. Yeah. Okay, now we can snap the cursor to the moon, and add our light, our area light. Yeah, we're gonna be using 3 area lights for just the moon. We're gonna be using the top area light, the bottom area light, and the front area light. Okay, let's go ahead and place them where they're meant to be. Let's move there, and D on the Z. Place them directly on top. Shift D, rotate on the X. Trying to rotate to nope. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I want to be. That's what I want it to be. Okay. Top and down, and well, Shift D again. Rotate. Nope, not on the X. Let's just rotate this. On the Y. Nope, not like that. I think I'll go with 270. Yeah, 270. Pretty cool. Pretty cozy. Now, as you can see, when I just jump into render mode, it will be totally bright. And the moon doesn't actually shine like that. From where you see it so well. Just decrease the brightness of those torches a little bit. So like megawatts, MWs. But the front one should be still a watt. Okay. Decrease it, that bottom one. Stick to like 700 megawatts or 600. Decrease this to about 1 watt. 1 watt. Okay. Looks pretty good. And next thing we're gonna be doing is the stars. There are 2 ways you can go about with stars, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the 2 ways. Okay, first will be like particle emitter, and the second would be like particle hair. Yeah. Okay, guys. So here's the project, and well, as you can see, it's a particle emitter. It's like this gigantic disc I placed there. I'll just show you my particle settings. This not be good for like animations. It should just be good for like, well, I say just pictures, renders. It'll not be good. Let me just take this so you can stop. Okay, it'll not be good for animation. As you can see, the earth and the moon are down here. As you can see, spotlight, as I showed you, and see the big disc. And in the white paint mode, I just so that it can be a little bit far. I white painted this part only this part. So as I told you guys, it's only for like pictures. So if I play it like this now and I pause it, I can render an image on this frame. What this can be used for. Okay, let me just show you guys and jump into the object mode. Okay, so the number is 40,000. Viewer sees lifetime. Frame ends 200 and well, so randomize. I think rotation, and the thing was that the like, yeah, this was the star. This is 1 star. Yeah, this is just 1 star. And this star has an emission material on it. Very, very, like, it's just 10 strength. Strength of 10. And while this, as I told you guys, this can only be used for images. So if you can just play it right now and pause it, jump into the rendered view. Wait for it to load up, and well, as like I changed where the material is meant to be. Okay, yeah, changed it. So well, just look at the stars. These are stars. Okay, you can see it. Okay, but the one we're gonna be treating is the one that can be used for mostly everything. Let's go ahead and close this project without saving. And well, yeah, I noticed that we didn't connect, like, we need to connect this to the factor of this. Okay, looks cool. Jump into the, I call it, yeah, the solid view. Add a circle, and this circle, yeah, UV sphere, I call it circle sometimes. Well, UV sphere, 100, 100, 100, yeah. Let's just scale to about 100. Yeah. Then shade smooth. Then let's make our star. Now our star be a cube. Scale it very down. Scale a little bit. Yeah. Scale down. Move it on the X out of the circle. Out. Totally out of the circle. Is yeah, see it over there. Okay, now this will have over here new particle system here, advanced, and we'll place it on all vertices. So let me just tell you, like, for the vertex, the bad thing is that at the top and at the bottom, as you can see, we have like, let's see, 19,900 vertices. Okay, let's go 19,000 vertices number, 19,000 number, and you can see it will follow all vertices and follow it like this. There's one bad thing about the vertices stuff. So let's try faces. Faces, it will be very jittery. Random, in a random order. This velocity, we don't need any of this. Rotation, yeah. Random phase. Don't need this. Render, this renders object. And our object will be, where is it? The cube. That's the only cube in our scene. Now this cube right here will have new material, which is emission. And let's place it at 10. Then this, you can either like show that don't show emitter, or you can do like this, transparent, totally transparent. You can see it anywhere. And now let's jump, before to jump, like, now you can see some cutting. Let's just click the camera and you can see end. Let's change it to something like 1 million or any number. Jump into rendered view and watch the magic. It just open up. Okay, now we got some stars. I told you guys this method is pretty easy and pretty well. I'll say it's the best method, but the stars are quite too much. Really, the stars are too much. So just jump into the and change it to about, let me say 17,000. Just have to like try a verts. Okay. As you can see, it's following an order. It's following a random order with the verts because it's all the vertices on our circle, on our sphere actually. All the vertices on our sphere. In the order like, but actually I just tell you like to not to weight paint this, because if you weight paint disable show emitter or just make it invisible, anything you want. Okay, so now I'm just gonna change this. Where is it? No, yeah, gonna change it back to faces. Well, let's try volume. What does volume do? Okay, volume isn't something you'll have seen. Well, okay, volume is like what packet inside the object. Like, you know, volume is like the real volume is when you like fill a bottle, something like that. The amount, the length, the width, and the height. Yeah, something like that. But now it's gonna fill up the whole object with that meter, with that like the object you specified, or maybe the normal thing. Yeah, the object you specified, or maybe the path or the collection, whatever. It's gonna fill it up to, well, the brim, to any number that you give it. I'm just gonna change that back to about verts. No, not verts. Yeah, faces. Faces will be cool. Faces will be good. Cheated. Let's try any of them in a random order. Okay, but the stars are just too much. Okay, now I think I'll change this just to like 4,000. Good. Pretty good now, actually. Not stars, and there are actually stars in our, well, thousand. Well, yeah, I set it at 4,000 when I. Well, let's just use 4,500. Our circle may be bigger a little bit. And while we have our Earth over here, our Moon over here, and this Moon is just too dark. Use it a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so now you can do any animation you want. Any animation. You can just like make it go from this point to this point. It's up to you guys. Okay, so well, okay, the tip I told you guys on, I'm just quickly render this, then I'll get to you guys when, well, I'm done rendering. Okay guys, so the render is done, but for the animation I just only use like, but for the animation I just used like, yeah, 10 samples. Yeah, 10 samples. And well, in the, I see, yeah, in the render, this place is, the moon is too bright. and the earth is too glossy, so let's fix that. Let's click, yeah, earth, yeah. Take this a little bit here and take this, well, a little bit here. Yeah. You can see, we can see our, yeah, I think I'll just kill this pharaoh a little bit more. Okay, now, yeah, now we've like corrected the glossiness. I changed this to 10, turned up the denoiser over in here, denoising, yeah. For the first time, the 280 frames, yeah, the denoiser, I could use the denoiser in the compositing, but that gave me a very bad effect. So I started fiddling around with this. But the denoising, the problem with this is that it makes some like jittery effects on your render. Like the render will have some jittery effects as stuff passes and like you notice it. So that's why I like, because I changed this to 10 and well, I turn on the denoising. I tweaked this a little bit. I like remove some of the directs. Well, you just got to figure out like, I don't know what will be good for you, but sometimes you just have to like remove some of the direct, some indirect, well, whatever. But the first render I just showed you guys, I rendered it at 128 samples. Well, I just showed you guys. So the animation I rendered it at 10, yeah, 10, and well, on the compositing, I put a lot of like these speckles, because if you render something at 10, it will look so like bad. Shift D, put 3 over here, and I added a glare node, glare here, and I put 3 D, 3 over there. Like this. Long shift, yeah. And I put 3 over here. D, shift D, shift V. Now let's E to zoom out and Alt V to zoom in. Okay, now for the glare, you see that there's too much glare at this point because it's so glossy. Leave it at Strix. Yeah, need to fade a bit. A little bit. Not that much. And well, I'll go ahead and remove some of the lights, like the lights over here. I'll just scale it a bit up, and decrease it in some way to about 1, yeah. This, for this light, I'll move it up, and this light, move it down. Let's look in the rendered view. Okay. This doesn't look that glossy. And well, this isn't that bright. I increase this to 900, and well, the bottom one I'll increase it to 900 too. I'll just leave it at 700. Okay, looks pretty cool. I'll just go ahead and render this quickly at 10. Yeah, at 10 samples with the denoise. Where is it? yeah, the noise like this. And well, for your render, you gotta tweak this a little bit. So let me just render this so I can show you guys where I want to, like, the application we're gonna be using to like glare up some parts of our render. Okay guys, it's done rendering, and well, for the last render, actually the 400 frames, I put it at 15 actually. As you can see, this did some effect, the noising did some effects because I didn't actually concentrate on it. Well, I'm just gonna jump into the Photoscape X, and well, you can just go here, open up your image. So you gotta save the image, open it up here. I'm just gonna using one of the renders I got. You can see all the stars are normal, and well, Earth is here, the moon is here, and well, no, let me just go to like editor. Yeah, editor. Placed it in the wrong place. Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, now for HDR. Yeah, you can see everything's blooming. Everything's blooming. Well, you gotta add a mask and paint it where you want it. Okay, I just want to paint it over this part of our Earth. So you can bloom, and well, this part of our moon. And you can paint it over some of the stars, just to effect, as you can see. I also remove some of it. Yeah, exactly as you see I'm doing. Decrease the amount, and I'm trying to remove some of yeah. You can see you can paint over here, and this part will glow and this part won't glow. So anyway, you just want to paint it, I'm just going to paint it over here, and you can also apply the magic color. Magic color also helps actually, yeah, and you can paint it when you want to paint it also using this mask too. Add a mask, you can paint it where you want it. Link of the application will be in the description down below. I'm using the like free version. Yeah, free. I'm gonna be using this HDR. Nope. Yeah. Over here. Yeah, I want it over there and somewhere over here. As you can see, this application is really cool, and well, increase the hardness. See, it's tearing down. Just want to like decrease the hardness to 0 and add. Okay, so add for some stars. For some stars, and well, I just want to see some of the renders that you get from this tutorial. And well, you can send it to me on Twitter, on Facebook, Tumblr. All the links will be in the description down below. And well, I think that's it for this video. See, the moon, Earth, we've made the both of them. And well guys, let me see. Oh, you see, that's what it is. Remove. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for weekly content on Blender, and well, I'll see you in a future video. Well, stay creative.